Good morning, everybody. Uneducated Economist here. So, lumber futures have hit another record high. So, yesterday they closed well above 700. Today, before I started the video, we're at 742 per thousand on the lumber futures prices. This is about $100 per thousand higher than its previous high, set back in 2018. This is going to send, if this is sustained, if this price level remains at anything close to this 700, 750 per thousand or exceeds this, we are going to see building supplies explode in price. To kind of give you an idea, when lumber futures were down around 500 per thousand, and if you're not familiar, this, I guess it kind of helps to understand. When I say per thousand, I mean per thousand board feet. Lumber futures are priced out 2x4, standard and better, random length, just plain old framing lumber. And then everything is based from there. So when you hear about lumber future prices, that's what they're talking about. They're talking about 1,000 board feet of 2x4 random length, green Doug fir, standard and better. Or I guess in some places it could be like southern yellow pine too. But these, the board foot price, so like, to try and understand what they're talking about, a 2x4, when you go down to the lumber yard and you price it out, generally they're pricing it out in either per piece or per lineal foot. But everything else is priced out in a board footage manner. And a board foot is 1 inches by 12 inches by 12 inches, or however you come up with that, 144 cubic inches. So for example, a 2x4/8 standing and better, if you take 2 times 4 times 96, divide that by 144, you should come up with 5.33 board feet. 2 inches thick, 4 inches wide, 96 inches long. That's 768 if I got my math right. Divide that by the 144 cubic inches per board foot, and you should come up with 5.33. 5.33 board feet per stick of 2x4/8 standard and better. Now I know this is going to get confusing pretty fast. Pricing that out per thousand. Now if you take a per thousand board feet, so for every 1,000 board feet you have, it costs $742 right now. You got 5.33 board feet in every stick of 2x4/8 standard and better. So if you take your 5.33 and times that by 0.725 or 749 or whatever it is that you're happening to trying to price out per thousand, you should come up with the lineal or with the per piece price. And now that's the per piece price on the futures market. By the time it filters all the way through the retail, you're talking a substantial amount more. So we're at 749, 742 per thousand, somewhere in there. Or 750. And the retail price, like I said, if this is sustained, I am going to assume is going to be somewhere close to $6 a piece for 2x4/8 standard and better. $6 a stud. Sheets of half-inch CDX will also go up on this. And I'm guessing they're going to be just under $40 a sheet. That is, if these prices are sustained. I'm assuming for the rest of August and into the beginning of September, we are going to continue to see tight supply, high demand, and higher prices. But at 742 per thousand, 749 per thousand, on a 2x4/8 standard and better, this is getting incredibly expensive. And at some point, the supply will catch up with the demand. There was an inventory shortage. During the COVID lockdown, mills curtailed development. There was a holding back of close to 1 billion board feet of lumber this year compared to this time last year. And this shortage of lumber was met by a demand of decks and fences out there. that people wanted for, being able to enjoy their surroundings while they're sitting at home instead of going out and enjoying themselves. So these lumber prices, these lumber futures, I have a feeling that they're going to continue to go up. But how much farther and how much higher, I couldn't tell you, because at some point it's going to reverse and we're going to see a drop in price. When the inventory levels build back up and the demand slows down, we're going to see a crash in prices. As the inventory starts to build up, and the demand starts to decrease, it's just inevitable. At some point it's going to happen. And with these prices as high as they are, I can't imagine how much higher they can go before that would happen. All right, Uneducated Economist, you guys let me know.